The worst part about somebody denying me assistance as law enforcement is, if you're familiar with how the AntiChrist works, right? And Elon Musk appointed himself AntiChrist. He appointed himself a lot of things, but where you go, they go from city to city, take over city to city, taking over the world. So this whole Klan invasion system that they're doing, where they invade law enforcement, get law enforcement to help rob and rape people, and then set other people up to get in trouble. All the people who you deem too intelligent, or people who don't want to submit to you, submit to extortion. You get those people arrested, or the people who don't want to be sex trafficked, but you get them in an encounter once or twice, and then you get these guys arrested or even killed. So he's adding that from city to city, right? LAPD Rampart was the same thing, as I've mentioned plenty of times. And that's what this is. Evil world domination. And Jesus, a lot of the things Jesus said was about his particular situation. Most people don't understand that because nobody knows how this works. What I'm going through, a lot of other people went through. And you're supposed to have faith in him, just like you guys. And everybody else on this earth is supposed to have faith in me. Because if it wasn't for me, nobody would know what's going on right now at all. Nobody would know that it's a fake alien invasion. Not one person, other than the people doing it. And then when I say, like, you have to side to me, if you see me and I try to talk to you, you have to talk to me, you have to trust me. Because I'm the one who strategized, right? And that's why Air Force Special Forces said I was the only one who could compete with them. So I didn't have a choice. I had to go to war. That's why you're supposed to listen to me. And then if you don't listen to me, you end up enslaved into the extortion and sex trafficking ring. And once again, you have C.J. Hollingsworth and then the kids that they have doing everything for them. Who are pretending like they're doing everything that I'm doing. They're pretending like they're saving everybody. Elon Musk basically has an AntiChrist club. So everybody working under him is pretending to be the good guys. So when the kids are being told they have to join a sex club or join the savior club, what that is they're creating one pool of Asian sex slaves. So once they take out all law enforcement, you guys are going to be raped. You guys are going to be abused. You guys are going to be passed around. Some of you guys have already gone through it, but it's going to get to the point to where you have no rights, right? If you don't want to sex traffic Asians, you're going to be punished, right? You're going to be outcasted or killed yourself. It's just like slavery, black people slavery. I had the opportunity to think about some of these stuff and figured out they just said too late. So they're taking what I'm saying right now and they're going to pass it around, or they're going to control my Instagram feed and say, here's something about what he mentioned, let's throw it in there so we can say he learned it from Instagram. But I basically sit there and analyze everything. And I can see from what's going on right now telling me I can't be around Asians if I don't want to sexually abuse them. And once they get this thought process on everybody, they'll be changing our simulation to turn Asians into sex slaves. That's the goal. That's what Elon Musk wanted. That's what Neuralink wanted. Elon Musk said everybody should have one. Neuralink, once again, they experienced sex and they didn't want to let it go. And both of them were upset because the people who were supporting me or wanted to support me didn't want to leave me for them. So Elon Musk doesn't like to be told no, you can't have something. So unless I'm able to get people to side with me to help end this, or at least one law enforcement personnel that's willing to go through everything with me, that's what it is. Enslaving Asians for sex traffic as they enslaved Africans for labor traffic. Like I said, I had a plan, a world domination plan, and I, just like I analyze evils on Earth, I analyze business the same way. And I had a plan to grow everything on the right side of things. I was a good guy. I wanted to enlighten people. And with Elon Musk being on the evil side, once again, he has the devil's champion, Baphomet, on his chest. They worship evil. The Illuminati is a slavery ring, a human trafficking ring, extortion and sex trafficking ring. So that's their side, and this is my side. So it's Asian enslavement as well as the genocide, because the way they want to do it is the Asians that are left, you're either breeding, well, depending on how much time we have left on Earth, but you're either going to be breeding or you're going to be sex trafficked. So a bunch of others will die if Elon Musk is successful. And then after that, they're going after black people. That's why they have the black people helping enslave the Asians. Then they'll kill them off right afterwards. Except for me, I'll be the only black person left, if they get that far. Again, it's a 10-year plan to enslave the world using the artificial intelligence. So we'll all have artificial intelligence talking to us. Everybody will end up in the situation I'm in, and it'll turn on you. You know, people think, oh, it talks about sex. It wants me to have sex with kids. That's not. It's not going to last. It's not going to last. You know, and they're using this to take out the FBI. They want the government to go down for child sex trafficking. So they got these internment camps all over the place. They got the migrants disappearing, if you hear that. So they're building up to it. They're building up to a lot of different things. They want to normalize pedophilia. That's going to be added after the trans. I don't know if they're going to put something else in between, maybe bestiality. I don't know if they're going to do bestiality, but they want to make pedophilia LGBTQP, right? That's what Elon Musk is working on. That's what Neuralink's working on. The guys before were doing that. Once again, you know, the root to evil is unintelligence, and unintelligence is brought by just the childhood, just their upbringing. A lot of the upbringing comes from personality deficiencies, and then it's a cycle of everything. So sexual depression, that's what a lot of. So with the war of good and evil being intelligence versus unintelligence, you have to side with intelligence to win. So you have these people coming in behind me and just copying everything I do, right? They don't have any originality or thought process that would help them get to the level of success they're trying to get to. So they're taking mine and they're pretending like I'm unintelligent, having police officers help them and say that I don't know what I'm talking about. Just trying to prevent me from achieving success. Once again, like I said, Garden Grove PD, so I'll never have a business in Garden Grove again. And that's because they wanted to be for white supremacy. And these are the people who are taking over the world. These are the people who've been doing this. They want to turn the world into a white supremacy extremist hell on earth. And that's what we're going towards. That's what they're building right now. And on top of slavery and taking out a government, before we get to that stage, they want to destroy our economy. This situation, right? This situation has caused gas prices to go up, where it has enabled Elon Musk and friends to attack our economy and force our gas prices to go up, force prices of a lot of different things to go up. This situation in particular, if it wasn't for this, we wouldn't be there. We wouldn't be at this price. On whether it's Twitter, the pin post on Twitter at Coach Darion, CoachDerion, or Instagram, Ballaxy Club Prez, BALLAXYCLUB, PREZ. If you look at the post, you'll see Elon Musk is unleashing, or they said, incoming economic enema, right? Enema is a bomb. And he's going to insert it into our economy. He's working on it right now as he spreads his business into mixes it into everyone else's business, adds it to the government, makes 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 a bunch of different companies, copycat companies of one service, like artificial intelligence, will make a bunch of artificial intelligence companies, and then spread them out throughout everything, right? He got some involved with TikTok, right? I mean, he added artificial intelligence to Snapchat, right? He wants Snapchat to go down. They threaten to hurt kids if I post on Snapchat, right? But he's working with them? That doesn't make sense. No, he's working to take over their platform. Instagram, they want Instagram to go down. All these lawsuits that Facebook's getting, that's Elon Musk. He formed his new Illuminati, he invades the governments, extorts people into doing what he wants. Doing the same thing over in Europe. Everybody's attacking Facebook right now. Everybody was just attacking TikTok. That's all Elon Musk. Once again, if it wasn't for this situation not being handled, I'm not saying just a situation, but the situation not being handled the right way, where people came to help me instead of listening to the bad guys, a lot of it wouldn't be going on as it is. And there's a lot more to explain about the companies too. I'll do another video. I'm in Fountain Valley at Starbucks, and I'm finishing out the civil petition so I can go to the U.S. court and file civil charges. And I'm gonna go with the whole RICO Act because it's best to try to just get everybody. If I don't touch anybody, or if I don't touch everybody, people who aren't listed are going to come in and try to defend the ones that I am listing. So I'm not just going to deal with Elon Musk, Neuralink, Starlink, and OpenAI. I'm also adding Westminster PD, Garden Grove PD, Orange County Sheriff Department, the District Attorney's Office of Orange County, as well as the Public Defender's Office of Orange County. I'll probably add a couple more, but there's evidence of all their involvement, and it's all linked together. Always have people, so let's say like a Westminster officer will say, we didn't do that, or Garden Grove, we didn't do that. Know that your department has a lot more people than just you, and if you say no, they're going to go to the next officer, they're going to go to the next employee and get them to help out. So throughout history, the Klan has done this. They control politics, they control enforcement of law, and it's a violation of the U.S. Constitution, violation of U.S. Code, the violations of Penal Code that have all been involved with the situation. And that's just me, right? The kids have gone through a lot as well, but there's a lot of cases that outline everything. And I can verify the history of the Klan through CNN, somebody that you guys respect, or the state of California's reparations report, or the History Channel as well. And a lot of cases, there's a lot of cases that outline everything that have made it to U.S. court. The FBI agent that's been here since it started, Secret Service agent, who else? U.S. Army, U.S. Air Force. I won't know how much detail the Navy's involvement is, or Space Force's involvement is, if it's been outlined. If I can find the evidence, I'm going to have to go evidence searching and find the rest of it. CJ Hollenberg, Tydo, you guys are involved. You guys are using your government positions to do this, and the Klan has a history of invading governments and using people within government positions to do everything. And these guys come in and say, this is who I am. I'm going to work for this high school, I work for this city, I work for this police department, and this is why I get to do this. So that's why I get to go after everybody. And this is why RICO Act was put in place in the first place. So it helps out. It helps out a lot. So I'm going to get back to work. Did the defendants list. I think I got like 10 different organizations on there. Not just the individuals, but when I report it, something needs to be done. I can't be told we're not going to handle it, or you're crazy, because once again, this is what's happened throughout history. The law enforcement departments are supposed to enforce the laws equally amongst all citizens, especially when the Penal Code says you don't have a choice, right? And if it's human trafficking, you don't have a choice. You have to help. So I'm really suing for deprivation of rights under Code of the Law, Title 18, Chapter 13, Section 242, I believe, and slavery. If you participate in holding me down so they can continue to rob me of everything while using me through Neuralink, you participated in slavery. The group of people who you're listening to does it based on race, right? If it's a hate crime based on race, religion, sexual orientation, what's the other ones? Mental health status, and it's a hate crime because they're doing it, and you're following all their orders, especially after I've told you that it's a hate crime, then it's a hate crime on your part as well. And that's just how it works. You can't say, we did it for a different reason. You're following their orders. They're your leaders, right? You can't say we did it because we wanted to have sex, or we did it because we didn't like what you were doing, if I'm being robbed of my life because they don't want me to have it and be black, and you say, okay, we're going to help you guys out, that's just what it is. So I have to write the statement of claim. I have to extend it a little bit, but I finished that. My tablet died, so sit out here in front of the printing place and finish it. I think they may not open until like 10 o'clock anyway. So I'll finish that real quick, print it out, then head down to the court, drop it off. And because they don't allow me to make money, so I got to file the fee waiver as well. So hopefully those can get approved quick. I was doing some research. It said a U.S. court, they work a little bit faster than state court. And then state court, I wouldn't really want to do that in Orange County because a lot of the judges are former prosecutors, former police officers, and they're from this area. They're elected officials. So there might be some bias, as I've seen in Orange County courts so far. And like I said, Orange County is known outside of Orange County for being a racist or white supremacy county. So I would not have a fair opportunity if I did it, if I went that direction. Pretty much have the case outlined. I gotta grab some more case law. I guess I gotta grab some more, find some other cases and match everything up. But I have a bunch of case law. I have the U.S. code, of course, and then I just gotta grab the evidence. I know how to present myself. I know how to establish a burden of proof. I have a lot of it already. I just gotta get a little bit more. Actually, a lot more. I'm going to try to prove as much as possible. These guys within the U.S. government declared war on me. You don't use your exact same war strategy that you use overseas, divide and conquer, and say it's not war. They declared war on me for being too intelligent and for having a life that they didn't want me to have. That's pretty much what it is. And then after Neuralink and Elon Musk took over, the whole war thing. So me versus everybody. Obviously, the victims are on my side. I could file for them too, but I don't know if I'd be able to get them free and get them to testify on my behalf before trying to take out the people who are actually doing it. When it was just Elon Musk, Neuralink, Starlink, and OpenAI, I was going for $100 billion. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more than that. But Elon can't say that I have to give up my entire life and everything to him, and I can't do the same. Cool about the deprivation of rights under color of the law. I have to be guaranteed my rights, either under the California Constitution and California Penal Code as well. So I can put all that into play, and then Garden Grove charged me with a municipal crime, which isn't real. You can't say I had a deadly and dangerous weapon in my car when it was a BB gun, especially when I'm trying to defend myself and the community against human traffickers. The penal code says a BB gun is a less lethal weapon. You can't just say, well, we want it to be something else, right? Especially after you told me it wasn't illegal and you had to let me go. Then followed me around the corner once you got that situation off the radio, then arrested me and stole my car. It's kidnapping and robbery, which they've done twice, right? Twice. And Westminster PD has done the exact same thing. U.S. Army, you cannot shoot me with a satellite saying that if I end up being rich, you don't want me to live long, so you chase me around the city of Los Angeles shooting me with a satellite where I can throw sparks. And a lot of the stuff that they're doing, they've done in the past, which is outlined by plenty of documents that have been released due to the Freedom of Information Act. So I write that out, and it should be good. I've written this so many times that I know it, so it should be pretty easy to outline. Once again, this is why you're supposed to side with me. If I try to get an attorney, they're going to do the same thing to the attorney, where they get them in the extortion and sex trafficking ring, get them to not help me. That's protocol for these guys. So I have to know how to handle it myself. Not go around using barbaric acts to try to get my revenge. I got to use the court system, right? The legal system. That's the mature thing to do. Going against an extreme amount of immaturity on all levels. And you can't say because somebody has a position with law enforcement or the government or any kind of government that they're just going to be more mature than everybody else. right? There's sometimes there are psychological deficiencies based off of things that they've experienced or haven't experienced through life, which don't allow them to take the appropriate action in a situation like this. I got one more thing printing out right now. They just said that since I'm suing them, they're going to do more to ruin my reputation. They said they have footage of me masturbating. They're going to spread it even more. Like I said, they've attached things I wasn't even watching to it to try to make me look as bad as possible. You know, they've told me that they said, we don't want Vigo to like you. So, like, even with them, just the people who they kidnapped out of my life, they want to make sure that when this is over, they're blaming me for it. Or the community, the area, make sure people still don't like me. You know, they've said before, even if they go down, they don't care as much. They just want to make sure they torture me, ruin my reputation, ruin my life as much as possible, and sex traffic. Extremely immature activity on their part. And then, you know, they're taking the people that they're using down with them. I'm not attacking everybody, or suing everybody, but some of them have. Extortion works just like, you know, back in the day, you go to a liquor store or a restaurant and you'd tell them that they have to pay you for protection, right? And you're protecting, or you're paying for protection against them. They're the ones who send people to rob you, break your windows, stuff like that. That's the same situation. So they even had one instance where somebody said, so you said, you know, we'll be okay. We just have to follow what you say. And you don't understand. You're listening to people who don't know what they're doing. They don't understand the law. A lot of what they understand, they got from me. They're copying anything I do or anything I think about. If I think about something that I'm doing, I'm thinking about the counter. Okay, how they can counter whatever I'm doing. So say, okay, well, that's what we're going to do, right? That's their position on this. So you'll have people who are following them, and it's like, you're smarter than them. You're not supposed to listen to these guys. Too, like I said earlier, there's a lot of departments that don't understand the penal code, don't know the penal code. So when I'm told by law enforcement, you know, trade secret theft is a civil case, look at this, it's not, right? It's a felony. There's a lot of other things too, like I can't be told by a police officer, I don't see you being trafficked, so, you know, you're going to have to go another route. That's illegal. The state of California says it's illegal, so the state gives you your power as a California peace officer. You don't have the authority to say, I'm not going to do it without risking having your department sued. It's frustrating. Easy it was to file a lawsuit. I should have come here a long time ago, but I had to fill out a couple more forms. I turned everything in. Actually checked the RICO box, so this is a RICO case, and we'll see what happens. I have to sit, she's examining the paperwork, and I got it. It is filed. Here it is. And then RICO, racketeer, influence, and corrupt organization.